No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Today I'm here with AJ Tracey on the heels of our sold out show last night.
Yeah, man, it was fire.
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. It was a good show, exciting.
Yeah, it was a great show. Your fans are like ridiculously rabid, and I was astonished by how there was just so many people that knew every fucking word, including the most technical sounding verses.
Yeah, literally, bro. I don't know where it is, but the kids are just locked in, man. I feel like anything I give them, even if it's complicated, they just take time to learn it and give it back to me. So
yeah, cool. You have like a national hero type vibe going with a lot of these kids. I feel like where they believe in you. It's like a very, very strong sense of support that
Facts.
I was witnessing out there.
I think I try to separate myself from everyone else by just like doing what I feel like is cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to follow everyone else. I know who I am, where I come from, and I feel like they feel that they can be who they are and they can be proud of where they come from because I just do it for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like you're doing like a crazy job of sort of treading the line where like more than anyone else. I feel like the American crowd was mentioning you a lot. Like you're fucking up if you don't get AJ Tracey while you're out there.
My people,
you've managed to fit into both lanes very nicely, I would say.
Yeah, I think with the American crowd, it's more like my affiliations. You know what I'm saying? I'm just around like people who obviously people care about.
But sometimes they need that to sort of
to take
you
the
in. Plunge.
Yeah, of course.
And really
to go
fuck
look
with
at your music. Yeah, of course, bro, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And also what's crazy is that you're all over the fucking radio right now. You hear AJ Tracey live and direct everywhere you go.
everywhere you go, man. Yeah. It's a good time. If you came here 2 years ago, the radio did not want to play my music.
Really?
Like, they refused. They were like, nah, we're not playing this kid.
Was that the radio changing or was that you changing?
Neither. I think it's just that, when it's like I saw a Palm Angel advert where they said like, oh, it's when it becomes undeniable, like it's undeniable, you know what I'm saying? Like they can block you out until it's undeniable. Like I feel like my music just got to the point where everyone's saying to them so much, you have to you're not the cool radio station if you don't play his music. Like you have to now, it's not a choice. Yeah. I think it just got to that point, to be honest.
I mean, that needs to be the sort of attitude that you're presenting to the radio stations and shit, is that like you can't just get away with not supporting the local acts. Like if you're not supporting your own countrymen, then what the fuck are you really actually doing? What is your purpose? What is your use here?
Yeah, so basically imagine, I'll give you an example. So there's a couple of nightclubs here that they're very, I don't want to be rude, but basically if an American comes to town, they'll roll out the red carpet, you know what I'm saying? If you're British and you're like, even if you're famous, they're like massive here, they just don't treat you the same respect. So me and a couple other artists have been like calling them on it, saying, yo, like we live here, we're gonna give you money all the time. Like why would you, like someone comes to town and you wanna like, I can swear, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you wanna suck their dick and then like we're here and you just don't wanna show any love. So we've been like calling them out on that kind of shit. And I feel like it's very strange because if you want Americans to take you seriously, you have to have self-pride and self-love. You have to respect yourself before anyone else respects you. So if you look like you're only doing things to impress Americans, then they're never going to be impressed anyway. So it's just ridiculous what you're doing.
You can never do a better rendition of, you're so much better off being the authentic version of yourself than being a fucking cloned version of something that you're never going to 100% be.
That's facts.
Yeah. And so that song we're talking about, Ladbroke Grove.
Yeah.
That's
you said it right.
I did say it right. Okay,
Ladbroke
thank
Grove,
God. Because you're right. That's what I was thinking when I was just looking at it right there. But so that song, where did that song come from, and how'd you end up just naming it after where you're from? And it's kind of crazy that that's become such a big hit, and it's just named after your
So basically, I got to the point where I was working on my album, and obviously on your album, you wouldn't make an album full of hits because every track is never going to be a hit, even if they are all hits.
Right.
So you pick the ones you want to be hits, basically, and hopefully with the help of the public and God willing, they're going to be hits. So I heard this tune when I'd made it, and I was like, I think this is going to be one of the hits, so I'm going to name it after my hood. So every time they play it on the radio, the hood gets a shout out, you know what I'm saying? Because no one ever talks about where I'm from, because West London, we don't have that many rappers. West London's kind of similar to like Harlem. Like we just care about like looking fly and just getting money, but we don't really concern ourselves with the business of everyone else, you know what I'm saying? So because of that, I was like, boom, every time it plays on the radio, we're going to get a shout out. So I named it that because of that. And the type of music is called garage. And garage, I know Americans have garage too, but it's like UK garage is very old school, very skippy, and it's like feel good music. Everyone associates it with like summertime, having a cider, which I saw you tweet about.
I was so annoyed that nobody on my team knew what that was. I'm like, you could buy a cider, like, granted a really shitty cider at a gas station in America. Like this is not a new concept. Whatever. Exactly.
But so it's garage music, and obviously my mother's white and my dad's black. And a lot of the white community in the UK listen to garage music. It's more like I don't want to say it's for white people, but it's what they listen to in the like, like the white hood is what they listen to, garage. So I grew up listening to that with my mum, and I just thought it's nice to bring it back.
Right.
Just give everyone a taste of like some feel good music, because a lot of UK raps, stab this, shoot that, trap this, and I was like, yo, let me give them some happy music.
But were you more like that coming up? Was your stuff more street level when you first started rapping?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah, man. I mean,
because you've been at it for a long time.
yeah, I mean, I'll keep it real. You can only rap about your life or what you live, or at least everyone exaggerates in their lyrics, but you have to rap about what you know what I'm saying? So I can only rap what I live and what I know, and my content slowly changed because obviously I get money now. But like, I could never sit here and tell you I trap because I don't. I make a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So I can't rap about the stuff I used to rap about because I don't live that anymore. So I just rap about what's currently going on, man. I'm having fun in it and drinking alcohol in the sun, so that's what I made a tune about. It is what it is.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
So do you feel like a extreme sense of pride from West London just because you're one of the few that has really kind of broke through in terms of representing that area?
Man. There's not many of us. So I feel like I've got to be one of the flag bearers, so I've got to do it properly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you feel like kind of a target as well? Is there negative attention that comes along with it?
Of course, man. There's negative attention for, he's light skinned, he can't be a gangster or whatever if they say he's got curly hair, they're not taking him seriously. You know what, at the end of the day, everyone says everything, but it's show and prove, you know what I'm saying? So I don't reply to any of these comments or make a point of anything. I just do what I'm doing and it will prove itself. Like, I don't need to say anything.
Yeah. Is being light skinned a big deal here, being mixed?
Yes or no. Like nowadays, not really. There's loads of light-skinned people nowadays. But obviously, when I was a little kid, it's like, it wasn't a new concept, so to speak. But you don't really see in London many old mixed race people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of new.
Right.
So when I was younger, it's like, I'm not dark enough to hang with the black kids, and I'm not white enough to be with the white kids. So I'm kind of like some mid-ground. It's like in Harry Potter, they call them mudbloods.
Okay.
When they're half wizard, half not.
Right.
Yeah, that's like a mixture. Mudblood, Oreo, all of this.
Do you recall it being a really big deal for your mother and your father to be together at that time? Because obviously,
not at all. Because my dad used to be a rapper. Oh yeah. And my mum was a DJ. Yeah. So like for them, they're like.
So they kind of come from the
yeah,
scene.
yeah, they're cool, man. Okay. They're cool. So there's nothing to them. But I think maybe for other people who saw my family, right? Because sometimes I'd be walking with my mum and people would like speak to my mum and then be like, "Oh, like is that your son?" Like, oh, he's black. Oh, because she's obviously just a white woman. Right. They'd be like, oh, that's your son. Okay.
People love being able to sort of unfold that riddle real quick.
Exactly. So yeah, man.
Yeah. But okay, so your parents, was your dad? Did he influence you getting into being a rapper much?
I'll be honest, nah, not at all. Not really. Yeah, I didn't do it because of him. But like,
but you probably wouldn't want your kid to be a rapper either, right?
That's my worst nightmare. I do not want my son to be a rapper. I need him to go and play soccer. Yeah. And he's to be a footballer. Man. He's got to be a footballer.
Yeah. As a pure Londonite, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, I need him to be a football player, man. My dad being a rapper, he did alright. You know what I'm saying? He's got some bars. It's like more old school, like boom bap kind of rap.
Okay.
He's cool, man. I respect him, but didn't influence me at all, man.
Really?
I think if anything, it gave me the opportunity to be like, okay, he made music, so I can make music if I want to, but it didn't really make me go down the path of rap or anything. So
right. What was the hip hop or the music in general that you were interested in when you were a young kid that made you want to get involved yourself?
I mostly listened to like Dizzy Rascal, Skepta. Skepta was and is my favorite MC like ever, period. Like, I just think he's the hardest, I don't know. Yeah. And then I listened to a lot of like LL Cool J, Mobb Deep, Nas, Big L, Big Pun, like that kind of music, more like New York rap. Yeah, man. And then Andre 3000, these kind of people. Yeah, man. Growing up, Outkast. I mean, I've always been exposed to like a wide variety of music, so that's why I'm able to make like, I'm quite versatile, because I'll listen to a new piece of music like some reggae and be like, this is fire. Where other people listen to reggae, why you listen to reggae? Put some drill music on. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm open-minded. If I hear good music, even if I don't like the song, I can acknowledge it's good music.
Were you a bit more closed-minded when you were younger, though, in terms of just wanting to make like hardcore drill or grime or whatever the fuck it is?
Yeah, I was an angry kid, man. I was an angry kid.
Really?
Like we all are, yeah, man.
That's kind of hard for me to see in you now, to be totally honest.
Yeah,
you seem like very
facts,
chill,
facts.
Cool.
I could show you an old video. I don't look like the person I am today, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But it's because the situation I was in, I just felt stuck. Like a lot of London youth do feel stuck, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I thought I was an intelligent kid with just no options, and I was like angry at the world. Like, why am I smart but I have no options? I can't make any money. My mom's struggling. Like, my little brother needs money. Like, what's going on? Why is there no options? So because of that, my content was very aggressive. I'll be honest, it was very aggressive.
Right.
But I don't regret rapping about that, because that's the life I lived. That's how life was. So I just give you a story. I'm just giving you my take on life. So I'll never regret that. But I feel like it's good that I've grown up and I've seen like, okay, I was rapping about that. It's cool to move forward and rap about what's current, you know what I'm saying? So
right. Did you come close to sort of getting wrapped up in bad stuff when you were a kid, or did you largely avoid most of that stuff?
Obviously, without dry snitching.
Right.
I did what I did to make ends meet. Yeah, man, I got in trouble a couple times, which is currently making my life a bit difficult. Like, but
really?
Yeah, not difficult, but obviously you can never do something in the streets and they just forget about it. The streets don't forget. Like whatever you've done, it's there. Like whether my fans can think all they want. In fact, it plays to my advantage when people think I'm soft. If you think I'm soft, then there's no problems to me. You're not gonna try me. You're not gonna bring hassle. Police don't care about me. That's perfect. But the things that we have done, me and some other rappers, whatever they've done, it's always gonna catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? So luckily for me, I wasn't bad like that. I didn't do too many things, but I rustled a few feathers, and it's always going to be there, man.
Do you get a hard time from the cops, or have you kind of beat that?
Yeah. Listen, you can be the sweetest kid you want. If you're black, you're getting a hard time from the cops.
Really?
It is what it is, bro. Genuinely, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, because I've been hearing that from a lot of the different people that I've been interviewing. But
Rap
it feels,
police. You know about the rap police?
Out here, there's specific rap police?
Come on, bro. Of course there's rap police, bro.
Really?
They'll know, like, okay, he's at the studio. They watch your Instagram, your Snap. Listen, I'm dropping game on other rappers. If you didn't know this, like, I'm giving you game here.
Well, see, they had that in New York. I didn't know they had that.
100%. Listen, people think, like, it's a myth until they get arrested. Like, why do you think rappers... Listen, if you're from the hood and you're from a gang background and they know you're gang affiliated and now you're making a lot of money, like, just put two and two together. What do they think you're doing? Like, come on, bro. They're going to be watching you. So I know this for a fact. So whenever I'm, like, in a public place or going somewhere, I make sure everyone around me is like, yo, I know, like, what they're doing, like, who has what on them, and everyone's cool and all legit and everything's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just don't want to get caught up in anything. And I feel like some other rappers need to take heed of that because they move very loose. They move like they're still in the streets. And, bro, you make a lot of money now. You need to come correct, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've been pretty well known for a decent amount of time now, many years. But I mean, God, you think they would stop fucking with you at a certain point?
I hope one day, maybe.
At some point, you got to be an old man, and they just got to forget about shit, right?
Exactly. I hope maybe when I'm like 40, they'll leave me alone.
So, how did you start building relationships with people in the U.S.? Because you're somebody that's one thing is that you just know a bunch of the people that I know, or a bunch of like the cool people from L.A. and stuff like that. Like, how did you start first going to the U.S. or meeting these people?
Obviously, a lot of British kids when they're younger, we see things like American Pie and all this stuff, and we just see American culture, and it just looks like it's like our culture, but like times 10. You know what I'm saying? Just like bigger. So a lot of us just want to go over there and just experience life. So obviously, my mum had taken me when I was a little kid. I was like 2. I went to Florida with her, San Fran, when I was like, I don't know, a young kid, but she kept taking me over there. So when I started making my own money, I said to my manager, I was like, I want to do that cool thing that like all the artists do. Like I want to go LA and just do some writing and stuff. So it was like, yeah, go on. Went there, and obviously I had made a video called Pasta, and I had worn a Velo on top in it, just because I've been knowing about just like brands and stuff. Right. And Virgil had sent me the Off-White Velo collab, and this is years ago. I wore it in a video, and then when Bari came to London, he hit me. He's like, yo, come link me. Like, that's my brand. Like, come link me. Linked him. Obviously, made friends and stuff. Then when I was out in LA, he's like, oh, you got a place to stay? And like, I was staying in Chinatown in some like motel, and it was like cockroaches, drug dealers, like everything, like weapons and stuff. And it's one thing when I'm in my ends and I see these things.
Used to it.
When I'm in someone else's ends, it's like, oh, like I'm not really safe here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Barry's like, don't worry about that. Like, come link me, linked him, and then like Rocky let me stay in his crib and stuff. And I met Swoosh, I met like my boy Barter, like I met all of them. You know what I'm saying? I made my song, the one I performed last night at your show, LA for a Week. Right. I made that like in Rocky's crib, like downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and obviously they just kept plugging me in, they're good people, so they just started plugging me in with people, and I just ended up being, you know how you just end up in LA and just places. Yeah. So I just started ending up in studios with different rappers, and then I met my boy Denzel Curry from doing a record with him.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys were tight.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I met Amine from doing a record with him and Missy Elliott. Like, I don't know how we just managed to link up. Amine came to my show actually in XOYO. Really? Years ago. He just came just to see, like, he just heard this kid's name and he was like, let me just go see what he's about. And then we made friends from there. Wow. Yeah, man. And then just, I don't know, man, Critch, that's my guy. Obviously, he's from the same country as me, Trinidad, and there's not a lot of us, so we just kind of like, you know, stick together. Right. We made a track. We got some more heat coming as well. Yeah, there's loads of people, man. Sorry, anyone I forgot, but like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But did that give you a lot of confidence, because maybe at that time you weren't necessarily getting the hometown love, and then all of a sudden you meet all these dudes who have money, they're famous, etc., and they're showing you love, and they're loving your depiction of England.
It's so funny that you say that, because this is a thing that I've been trying to tell people. Like, when I was gonna come up here, none of the like UK olders, there's a few of them did show me some love, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Skep and shout out P Money, because they did show me love. But there's a couple, man, who didn't want to show me any love. They were just being so, you know, like the cold shoulder. No one wanted to let me in the door. They didn't want to help me out. And I felt like I was on the cusp of making money and getting my family like out of the mud, you know what I'm saying? No one wanted to give me that extra little boost to like really get in there. So I was like, okay, cool, like, it is how it is. Fuck everyone. I'm just gonna hate everyone for life. And I'm a very vengeful person. Like, I hold a grudge. I don't care what no one says. I hold a grudge. And when I get that revenge, it's so sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I went over to America and I'm thinking, rare. So all the way over here, they're showing me this kind of love and they're fucking with me. But in my own town, like no one wants to show me any love. It's crazy. I grew a little bit resentful. You know what I'm saying? Like LMA, like obviously over here, people weren't trying to show her the love she deserved. She went over to America, everyone loves her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It does get like that sometimes. So
I mean, some rappers always say that to me is like, yeah, man, like even dudes who have blown up and have millions of plays on YouTube, and they'll tell me that in their hometown is still like people are just very, very slow to really accept you because they see you as a threat to their local identity in
exactly.
a way. Yeah.
And they see it as like, oh, why is he better than us? Why does he get to come out the hood and we don't? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crabs in a barrel, man. That's what it is, really.
What was the first song that broke through out here in terms of like really getting you a bigger platform?
It was actually a freestyle. I did a freestyle on Link Up TV. It's called Packages. And it's got like, I don't know, like 13, 14 million views or something. And it's because obviously when you spit grime, there's like a very fast flow. It's different from a drill flow. But my thing was like, I always spat grime, but not really on grime beats. I kind of like drill beats or trap beats, rap beats. Because like more US trap beats are like 70 BPM. And we rap at 140 BPM. So I can double time on a trap beat at the same speed I do on a grime beat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started doing all that. And then I rapped on a drill beat. And everyone was like, oh, like he's spitting grime on a drill beat. Like, this is crazy. And obviously ran up the views. Then people started taking notice. They're like, okay, this guy's hard. Like, he's from West. Like, no one's from West. Like, there was literally, when I came out, there was like no one from West who was popping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, started running it up.
Does it sort of all come as like a flood of attention out here because there's all these freestyle shows out here? There's a lot of like local media and stuff. Did it all sort of just start to come together once you started to do some numbers on one thing?
Yeah, pretty much everyone started reaching out. There's a couple people, I'm not gonna lie to you, who are showing love to me and still do. Like before I even put that freestyle out, there were a couple people fucking with me, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out GRM because they were fucking with me before that. I put a video out after that on GRM. I got my first 1 million views like on like a music video. Yeah, man, and from there I just went really. It just went. I done Thiago Silva with Dave, which obviously is back in the charts actually right now.
I know because of this ridiculous situation. You
Yeah,
got your
it's
verse
crazy.
stolen. I forgot to mention that. Yeah,
Fact. Shout
it's
out
so
Alex,
funny
man.
that they didn't really even try to like give it a clickbait title. It's just basically the same title as the music video, but with Alex instead of AJ Tracey.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was it like seeing this fucking kid rap your verse?
But honestly, I'm not a hater, bro, so I didn't really care. Like, I was happy for him, you know what I'm saying? And when I looked on his Instagram, I keep telling people, like, his old pictures, he's got a picture, like, at front row, like, at my show, you know what I'm saying? So he's clearly a fan who, like, put money in my pocket. How can I be mad at this kid? Like,
Right.
It's impossible. Like, I'm not a hater. Everyone gets their 15 minutes. Let him have his 15 minutes, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He rapped the verse, he done his thing, man.
He definitely.
Congratulations.
It seems
you
like
know
he
what I'm
had his heart in the right place. He looked
did.
nervous as hell.
Very nervous.
We don't know what kind of substances
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have
I
been
was gonna
floating
say
around
that.
in his bloodstream.
Exactly that. And he's young as well, man. He's so young, man. I think he's like 15. Is he 50? Yeah, he's 15.
Well, then hopefully no substances.
Yeah, no, there was definitely substances, man. But yeah, he's 15, man. So I was like, yeah, man, do your thing, man. I'm happy for you. I think a lot of people were angry on my behalf, but you know, like, I'm not angry. So like, why are you angry? It doesn't really matter, man.
Yeah.
I see a lot of like other topics like blending in like the racism topics with him and stuff, which is cool. Like that's a topic as well. But like for him personally, he didn't do anything wrong, man. It's just is what it is, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I seen that conversation going on online where people are like, "Oh, this would be perceived so much differently if it was a black kid singing it. Everybody's just acting like it's all good, it's all cute because it's a little white kid." I mean, yeah, but that is the reason why it's funny is that it's a guy
white
who's,
kid, exactly.
He doesn't look like a rapper and he's rapping
with his bucket hat.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Yeah, man.
Hilarious. Yeah, but okay, so that song is huge for you to the level that before you were coming out on stage last night, and really even before you were in the building,
people were singing, "Oh, Thiago Silva."
The second that there was a moment of silence, and they would be doing it over the
Other
beats
songs,
of other songs. I'm
That's
like,
so
I've never
funny.
seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. They do that all our shows now. Me and Dave, like, before we come out, they're just chanting that. It's cool, but like, obviously, we can't speak. Like, it's so loud. It's everyone doing it. We're like, then we have to give them Thiago Silva. Like, they won't let us go unless we give them that song. Like,
Right.
Fair enough, though. So it's a good song, man.
When did that song come about, or was there anything special about that process?
Yeah, it's coming up to like almost 4 years old now.
Oh, okay.
And basically, the story of how me and Dave became friends is my younger brother is like, he's like really good with music. Like, he knows what's good music. You know what I'm saying? He used to listen to a lot of like old school rap. He didn't really care for like the new kind of like SoundCloud rap. You know what I'm saying? He was very old school like rap. So he used to always show me, yo, listen to this, listen to that. If he says it's good, I know it's good. So he said, yo, listen to this kid Dave, like, he's hard. Like, I think he was, I can't remember how old he was at the time, but like 16, 17. He's like, listen to this, listen to it. I was like, yeah, he's cool. And then I went out, did what I did, came back next week. My little brother was like, no, listen to this other freestyle. Like, Dave's got, like, listen to this. I took him in. I was like, all right, cool, this kid's hard, he's hard. How old is he? He told me. I was like, okay, that's crazy. And then I reached out on Twitter and I was like, yo, bro, like, obviously, I know you got a lot of people DMing you right now. I don't want to be another one of these guys just riding your wave. But, like, if you need anything, like, genuinely, just shout me. I think you're hard. He just said, like, thank you. And then he hit me when he was in my hood. He was like, I'm in studio in your hood. Like, come through. So I went through. And we didn't make anything. We just, like, chat. You know what I'm saying? Became friends. I met, like, his manager, good peoples, who's actually from my hood as well. And then we met up again in studio. And then we were going to write to this beat that was trending at the time that everyone was doing, like, a version of.
Okay.
And then when we did it, we were like, this is so hard. Why would we do this? Why don't we make our own song instead of doing someone else's beat? So we picked a really old school classic grind beat and we got our friend to like chop it up and make it like a new version, jumped on it back to back. And then his brother's currently incarcerated. And he was like, it'll be great if you guys flew to Paris if you've got enough money, you know what I'm saying? Which we didn't really have money at the time. But it's like, you can get a really cheap flight to Paris for like £50, you know what I'm saying, return flight. So we're like, it's worth it investing in yourself. So we went there, shot the video, came back, and that's it. The rest is history.
And what is the significance of Thiago Silva? Being that I'm a person who doesn't know anything about your country's sport of football, what was so epic about him that made you want to name the song after him? Or was it just that one line in the song about? I'm not even going to try to recreate it here.
Yeah. Thiago Silva, man, locked in. Yeah. So basically, he's a defender, a Brazilian defender who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, French team, Paris team. So he's just like world class. Like everyone knows him as one of the best footballers. So it's like saying like Odell Beckham, you know, in your lyrics, you know what I'm saying, or Kevin Durant. It's just like naming a great player. But the significance was obviously he had said his name in the lyrics. And when we, full disclosure, when we got to the end of the song, we're sitting there like, this is hard, but what do we name it? And everyone was saying, there was like a couple girls in the room like saying random things like name it lampshade, name it carrot, like dead serious. And we couldn't think of a name. And usually how it goes is if we can't think of a name, one of these silly names will end up being a name.
Right.
But instead, I can't remember, maybe it was Dave, I can't remember who said it, but someone was like, nah, let's just name it Thiago Silva because he's mentioned in the song. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but like naming it after a sportsman is always cool.
Right.
Named it that, gave it a good cover art, and yeah, that's how it came about, man.
Has he ever acknowledged it publicly?
Yes, the other day after this Glastonbury thing, he followed me and Dave and he tweeted us, so I'm not gonna lie, that's like, I was like, all right,
wow,
mission done.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, all these years later, it's coming up to 4 years now, like, and it's back in the charts, and now he's followed us. It's crazy.
I wonder if he like really even understands the significance or whatever.
I think he had people like break it down to him and say like, this is what these kids
He's probably
are.
just as confused as I was.
100%.
Probably more so.
100%. Because he's gonna come to England at some point. People are gonna be saying, "Oh, Tia," like he's gonna be like, "Huh?"
It's better that he figures it out now.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly. Or he'd be so confused. Like, what are you talking about?
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, at first when I was looking at it, I was confused too because I thought that it was Thiago Alvarez is a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
So that is the only Thiago in my Rolodex mentally at first. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so. You also had like another viral clip that I was watching recently where this fucking white woman on the news basically like she was trying to make the point that your videos look like they're just gang videos, which is pretty hilarious because she's basically insinuating that just a bunch of black guys hanging out together means that they must be a gang.
That's the UK definition of gang, basically.
Right. If you want it to be, then if you're old and conservative, I guess that's kind of what they end up rolling with. So how did you feel when she posed that question to you?
I think you can see it in my face, honestly. So like obviously
you're like, did I really just come here to get asked up?
Yeah. You know what it was? The reason why it made me more upset, I'll be honest, is because like an artist who was dear to our culture passed away. His name's Cadet, and obviously when I went in, they were like, "Oh, would you like to?" Because I knew, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy, and they were like, "Would you like to say a few words about him?" And I was like, "Yeah, 100%. I'll talk, raise awareness." You know what I'm saying? Raise awareness, and then also we had a tragedy in my area, the Grenfell Tower fire,
right?
And a lot of people died, and my friends passed away in the fire. So they were like, "Do you want to speak about these two topics?" And I was like, "Yeah, like it's like, you know, daytime TVs, like a lot of white people watching. It's good for me to like talk about this." Yeah. Sat down, they gave me a list of questions they're gonna ask me. So like I knew what they were gonna ask me.
Right.
She basically just didn't ask a single question on that list. She was just like, so straight from the jump, straight in, like off rip. Yo, yeah, your videos are so gang. You have loads of black gang, knife crime, gang, guns. I was like, like, what? This is meant to be a positive interview. Like I just got #3 album in the country, like independently, like no label at all, and you're talking about gangs and stuff. I was a bit disappointed, to be honest, but then I remembered it's sad that I remember that, yo, I'm black, like people treat me differently. I forgot. I
It's
just
like a
forgot for a
reminder,
minute.
that certain people are never gonna stop treating you weird because of that shit.
Exactly that. And I'm not that guy to just always pull out the race card. But when it's like that, it's like blatantly obvious you just don't like me because I'm black, which is just it's crazy, isn't it?
Just trying to hit you with a narrative that, like, you know, in terms of your time spent, you know, hanging out on the block, that was a long ass time ago for you.
Exactly.
It's a distant memory, and it's
distant memory. I just went, and that video she's talking about, I went back to the block because that's still my people's. I'm still around there. It's like I haven't disconnected with the area. So I went around there and shot the video with my friends because they're my friends. I grew up with them. This is where I'm from. And also, I'll drop some game on you. I'll give you the inside scoop here. So that woman who was interviewing me, it's not her show. Usually, it's a woman called Victoria who interviews. Yeah. But this is her like little intern. I don't know what the hell she is. She just filled in. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to make a splash,
exactly.
Huh?
She wanted the moment, and I didn't want to give her the moment. I wasn't gonna buy it. So if you see it in the clip here, like obviously I have ADHD as well, but like I was kind of like doing this because I was angry, and then like I looked to the left, I looked at her, my tour manager over there, and I was looking at her like, should I swear? Do I flip the table? Like, what do I do?
You could make it your moment right
literally,
there.
Literally. But you know what I thought? I thought the best thing to do is just give her a calm, composed answer and not give her any of the attention she wants. Yeah, man.
Because she's trying to paint you as being something that you're not. So why even give her that? Yeah,
exactly.
Because then you're gonna be big up in her shit even more if you.
Literally, she'll get her moment, and like the kind of audience she has as well, they're not even gonna care. Like they're just gonna be like, yes, like,
right,
well done for shouting out that criminals, for catching him out, and so forget.
That's crazy. So how much has your life changed? I was saying that you golf is your hobby.
Yeah, a little bit, man.
I'm guessing that wasn't your hobby when you were still on the block.
Definitely had never played golf.
The roads, as you guys say. Look, I know what the words are.
Yeah, we say the roads still.
we say the hood. You guys say the roads. That's what I'm slowly putting together. Yeah.
Exactly. No, you got it, man. You got it. But
little by little.
My life changed a lot, to be honest. I mean, I was never a super bad kid. I just did things that I had to do to make ends meet. I never did anything to be cool. As soon as I didn't have to do certain things, straight away I stopped it. Like I didn't want police at my mum's door. I didn't want to be known as like a crook or known as a bad person because I don't think I am one. And I just really genuinely just done what I had to do to make sure like everyone who I love is okay. You know what I'm saying? It is how it is, man. It gets how it gets. But like I said, as soon as I could stop, I stopped. I got a little 9 to 5. I did it for a month. And like, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I couldn't deal with people telling me what to do. They had me like cleaning dishes and trying to clean the toilet and just like, yo, you can't go home yet, come back here and clean this. You know, that kind of just treat me like dirt. I had to walk home every day from central London to Ladbroke Grove, which is like at least like an hour and a half or something. Walk at 3 a.m. Yeah, bro, like hungry and all this shit.
3 a.m.
I'm not trying to give you a sub story, but it's just
but you're asking for trouble right there. I mean, you're
literally
like, whatever money you make at work, you're gonna fucking end up spending it at the hospital.
Literally,
or something.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. So yeah, I did that for like a month. I got my first paycheck, and the paycheck didn't even cover like what I had spent that month. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, this just makes no sense. So I turned my phone back on, as you do. You know what I'm saying? And then did that for a little bit. I went to university, but I was really just going to university to like, I'm not even gonna dry snitch on myself, but I was going to university to work, yeah. And then I was like, let me just do music. Let me try music. Everyone says I'm hard. Let me try music. Like I'm watching these guys on YouTube getting millions of views, and they're shit. I'm like, I'm way better than these guys. Like, why don't I have 1 million views? So, I made the links. I tried to like, really, this is more game. I'm gonna give everyone more game. Yeah. So this is what I did. I'm thinking, I'm not gonna spam everyone on Twitter. Hey, download my mixtape. Hey. I was like, I'll never want to be one of those guys. I'm not gonna stand in Oxford Street handing out mixtapes because I don't think that's effective either. I'm gonna find the people who matter. I'm going to get their email addresses. I'm going to email them a song that I genuinely think is hard. And I'm just not going to say, beg for anything. I'm just going to say, this is my new track. If you fuck with it, you do. If you don't, you don't. Just like hit me back if you do.
That's smart.
Not many people hit me back. But one DJ called Cyan Anderson, who works for BBC, she hit me back. And she's like a massive DJ. You know what I'm saying? Got a sick spot on the radio. Like, she's really what everyone used to listen to get like the cool music. She's like one of the tastemakers. She hit me back. She's like, yeah, this is hard. I'm going to play it. That's it. Literally like that. And I saw it. As soon as I saw the email, I was like, thank God, like that paid off. That's like my moment. That's my in.
That little seed was all you
needed,
right?
Literally, that little idea I had actually paid off. And then she started all her shows. Like she started the next like 30 shows with my song. Wow. And then by then everyone's like, who's this kid? Like, who is this? And then she started shouting out my name. I didn't even have Twitter at the time. I made a Twitter. I like started building up I made all my socials neat so they were the same name. I had really like a blueprint laid out to really do this. And then yeah, man, I started gaining a bit of traction. I'm like, right, so now that I got this little buzz, I got to capitalize. I did the freestyle thing, you know what I'm saying? Done some collabs, I've done with Dave, started building up my brand, dropped a little tape. And then what I did is I dropped the acapellas for the tape so that all the DJs could remix it.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly. So that from there, I'm like, okay, I got this on lock now. I know what I'm doing. And I kind of just kept trying to go upwards, really.
That's actually kind of crazy that you've been able to do all this independent. It's kind of like a testament to your own like ability to move around and your knowledge of the game, because like a lot of the stuff, the looks that you've gotten and the things you've done so far seem like the kind of shit that anybody in the UK who seems like they're doing that kind of stuff has pretty much gotten help from labels and stuff.
Definitely, yeah, man. And it's before that time, I didn't even have a manager at that point when I was doing all that. And then my manager kind of hit me and he's like, yo, bro, look, like, you're sick, but like, I can help you, you know what I'm saying? I can help you just get everything in line. And I really needed that. I was a stubborn kid. Like, I was like, I didn't want a manager, but he helped me, man. Thank God I got a manager, bro. He does a sick job, you know what I'm saying? And then I got an agent and I started getting bookings. And obviously, my mum told me, my mum said to me, she's like, look, like, I know you're lazy. You want to like do the bare minimum and get the most out of it. I am lazy, this is the truth. But she said, look, go to your shows, like kill them, like with you, as much as you can, like come home like ill and like with no voice, because when you kill it, the promoter's gonna see you killed it, and the kids are gonna see how good the show was.
Your mom told you that?
Yeah, my mom told me that.
That's actually pretty amazing that she was like with it enough to know that.
Yeah. She's been supporting me from the start. Like she's like the only one who supported me.
That's the benefit of having a mom who like knows what the fuck is up in the music world and shit like that.
Exactly. She's cool, man. But she was like, yeah, kill it. And then the promoter started telling other promoters, the kids told other kids, and here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So still single? You ain't doing the girlfriend thing?
No, I got a girlfriend, man.
You don't?
I do have one.
Oh, you do have one now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, there was a girl that I was looking at backstage at the festival, and then I go on YouTube and I search your name and I see you playing football with her on the video game system.
Ellie, Els the Witch.
There you go.
Yeah. She's cool, man. Pretty girl, man. She's very
You're out
nice.
here just doing things with the YouTube community?
Yeah, man. I'm with everything. Literally, like if I like it, I do it. Like I want to do Twitch. I'm gonna stream some stuff soon.
Really?
I'm with everything. All
That'd
of
be
it.
crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
You fuck with KSI?
I do fuck with KSI.
Really? You know him?
Yeah. Personally,
okay.
he's my guy, man.
I'm trying to get him to do the interview tomorrow or Friday or something. Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny, bro. He's actually funny. Still.
I mean, the YouTuber world is kind of like, it's like, you know, you could be like liked by the real rap fans, and then I feel like out here you could be liked by the American fans. I feel like that YouTuber crowd, because it's so much younger and different, that's like a whole different
That's
market.
a whole other world.
Sort of,
I don't even know about that world.
like you're on the radio and shit, so you're probably getting all kinds of fans every day now that you didn't know existed before, right?
Literally that. Like there's some kids. No, you know what? A guy said to me the other day. He came out the gym and he was like 45 years old or something. Like he was wearing a suit and stuff. He had a duffel bag. He's like, "Yo, bro, your music's hard." And I was like, "What?" Like a middle-aged white guy. I was like, yeah, I love that. That's what I love. I love when someone unexpected fucks with my music. You know what I'm saying?
Something you would never think would walk up to you. That is such a good feeling.
That's the best feeling.
I was in Vermont and somebody came to my show and they were like, I don't even listen to rap, but I love your podcast. I'm an organic farmer. And I'm just like looking at these two like 35-year-old white people and I'm just like, holy shit. Like
exactly. That's the best feeling.
Blew my mind.
Because you know you're really doing it. That's when you know you're really doing it. Because the people who are expected to watch your shit, that's a given. But it's when it's the people who aren't meant to watch your shit, are fucking with your shit. Yeah. That's when you know you're doing it.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. In terms of like, what are you thinking of when you're in the studio in terms of who you want to make happier? And do you change that direction based on what vibe you're going with in a song? Because I can't imagine that song that we keep hearing on the radio is necessarily the same mood in the studio as some of your other stuff that's more aggressive. Like what's the mentality there?
Usually when I go in the studio, it's like I have certain topics I want to tackle if I'm making a project, or if I'm just going in there to just lay whatever I'm going to lay, then it's really how I feel. So if I'm angry, then my music's obviously going to sound a lot darker. Most of my stuff is dark, but like as of recent, I've tried to be a bit happier, you know what I'm saying? Because my life's good, man. I'm grateful
good now,
like it's good to show that. And when I went in the studio to do Labra Grove, for example, I was like, yeah, let me make music that like makes everyone happy. I hope my mum hears this like in the kitchen in the morning and she like turns it up, you know what I'm saying? Whereas opposed to certain music I make that I want people like my mum to turn it off. I want them to turn it off. I want the kids my age to hear it and to get mad and be like, you know what I'm saying, get gassed up. That's what I want sometimes. It just depends what mood I'm in, really.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I noticed too that like you tend to make the news quite a bit anytime you have anything to say politically. Like you're not scared to necessarily like throw in your opinion on who should be supported in an election or something like that. Was that something that at a certain point in your life you didn't want to do because you maybe thought that your audience didn't give a shit or something like that? Or is it an interest that you've like slowly picked up over time, or where does that come from?
I think me personally, I've always been interested in politics. Like my name's Che after Che Guevara.
Oh, really?
So I feel like I have to be political. But it's a thing where I don't really touch on subjects that I know nothing about. Right. I feel like you're just an idiot if you do that. For me, I have to have some knowledge on it and I have to be passionate about it. So even if there's a topic that like I understand it and yeah, like it might be bad, but it's nothing to do with me. It's like, it's not for me to speak on, you know what I'm saying? Then I just won't touch on it. Things like Grenfell, obviously that's my community, my friends who passed away, I'm going to talk on it. Things like Labour and like who's in power, I'm going to touch on it, because if I feel I can get the kids to go vote for who's going to build us a better future, I'm going to do that, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like it's no one's duty, no one has to go and talk about politics. I don't feel like a rapper ever has to, because some people say, oh, you should talk about this because my son looks up to you. Right. First of all, if you're his dad, he should look up to you. Exactly, that's number one. Yeah. You should be his role model.
Maybe you should just be getting music from me and you can have the chat with him about politics.
Yeah, you could be his role model and he can listen to my music. If I'm his like sole role model, that's not great. If a rapper is being your son's main role model, God forbid. Like,
I mean, I think we're in like a crazy state of affairs in the sense that politics, we're all witnessing how it affects our real lives in America. That's super true because we got a psychopath in power. Yeah. But I mean, out here even too, it's like when you're talking about that fire and stuff, you can directly see how that, and in particular the response, was shaped by the people who are in power.
Exactly. Yeah, man. I've been knowing that the government don't care about like ethnic people, you know what I'm saying? But it's very clear and it's a very stark reminder when you see like a tower burned down, which is mostly populated by like Muslims and blacks, and they just don't do anything. They just like, okay, we don't care. Whereas if that was like, obviously a tower, you know, it wouldn't even be a tower. If it was a street, like a white suburban street, they'd do everything they can. Like look at Notre Dame in France. They were so quick to raise all the money back to build it even better than it was before with a glass roof. But then when it's a tower block with poor families who died, you don't even want to do anything. It's kind of crazy. Right. There's still blocks in the UK that have the same flammable material on the outside of the block. They haven't even taken it down yet. They just really don't care at all.
That's crazy.
Just do not care.
And that was a couple of years ago too, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. You ever think that you could see yourself being a politician at some point in your life?
Nah, man, I'd be crazy in power. I'd be doing all sorts of fucked up shit.
I think you just wouldn't like the lifestyle of it. Yeah, waking up early. It's all about being liked, and you have to really care about your image.
Yeah, see, all of that's not for me, man. I actually like it when people dislike me because I feel like I'm doing something right. Like when people say, I hate that AJ guy. Like, why does he get all these cool things? Like, why is he allowed to? Like, I love that.
Do you see a bit of that?
I always see it. I don't care about it, but I always see it.
Really?
Yeah, man. If I'm like having a bad day and then I see some shit, like, oh, fucking, I hope AJ Tracey gets hit by a bus or something. It might put me in an extra bad mood, but it never like ruins my mood, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm above that now, man. I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah.
And usually it's 12-year-old kids as well.
Right. It gives you a little bit of that. Yeah. Whenever you click through, it's always somebody with 40 followers. And you're like,
a selfie in the mirror, like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I always wonder, like, did they make this account just to troll me?
Probably.
Because if I respond, I feel like I'm really giving in to the lowest common denominator in this situation.
Facts.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So, what do you bide your time doing these days besides just the music thing? Are you what are your pastimes?
I play a lot of Xbox, to be honest. Honestly, bro, I fuck with
working
Fortnite.
on that gamer career.
Yeah, literally. I fuck with Fortnite, FIFA. My boy Remark, wherever he's gone, he's from Toronto. Like he's got me into 2K, so I play a little bit of 2K. I really want to stream though. I like CS:GO and these kind of games, so I want to get into that, man. I'm not really on your Tetris level yet, but I'm okay at these puzzle games.
Shout
I'm
out
okay.
to my man JME showing love on the Tetris front.
Yeah. I'm not up there yet, but we'll get there. I play games. I like to eat a lot. I like to go to different restaurants and try different foods. That's kind of my thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. And I guess comedy on Netflix. I'm a bit boring now, man. I used to hit the clubs and do the whole rapper thing, spray alcohol everywhere and all that stuff.
Really?
I'm bored of that. Yeah,
You're over that now?
I'm over that now.
Yeah.
And also the buy and drip thing, like drip's cool and like, yeah, cool, like drip. But like I'm kind of bored of that as well now. So now I just buy house drip.
Really?
I buy like cool rugs and like, you know what I'm saying, like Murakami pieces or whatnot.
Yeah, I think the day that I bought like an $8,000 couch, that was when I was like, holy shit, this fucking home furniture thing is for real. Oh yeah, it's so comfortable.
Oh, there you go then, bro.
Yeah, but porn star peed on it. No, I'm not even gonna really get into that, but
good problems to have, to be honest.
Yeah, it was all right. It was late. It was late at night. I couldn't get that mad. All right, so what do the people need to look out for from you coming out in the near future?
I got loads more music coming out, man. I got more music with Jay Critch. I got something with Mo Stack. I got something with Notes. Where's Skep? Skep, if you're watching this, we need to get it in, man.
Same.
We need to get it in. Yeah,
him
facts.
And then me. Yeah.
Legend. I got something, me and ASAP Ferg going back to back.
Really?
That's a big one. Yeah.
Back to back, like rapping in the same verse?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's fire still. That one's
holy shit.
London on the track.
Really?
Yeah,
what kind of beat was it though? Was it an American beat or?
Yeah, it's American, but it's just fire. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was super fire still.
Wow, Ferg's a hit maker.
That's a fact.
Do you think about, has that ever crossed your mind in the booth? Is that you're trying to make a song that's going to cross over to the U.S. market as well?
Never. I feel like if I think like that, it will never happen.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like. I feel like I like making things that I think are cool. And then
Yeah.
one of my American homies was like, yo, that's hard. I prefer that.
Yeah.
And usually a lot of them, like, you know, like Denzel Curry, for example, he hears my music and he'll be like, I know this is super British, but I really fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, that's what I want people to take in. Because even, imagine if I made like an American sounding track, like a, I don't know, like a Lil Uzi sounding track, and then it popped off in America. Now, the problem is with that, they know I'm British, but they expect American music from me. So I haven't really done anything for British culture.
Yeah.
I'm just like an imitation of an American rapper.
Yeah.
So,
I hear you.
yeah.
Shit, man. Well, you're definitely one of the fucking dudes that I've been listening to the most out here,
My
and
guy.
big fan, especially after the show last night. You're a great
Okay.
performer. as
I've
well,
been
man.
watching your interviews. You know what I mean? I've been fucking with you.
Appreciate that.
Furthermore, I'm going to tell you now live on air. If you look in your DM, I DM'd you before.
Did you really?
I did. And I said, bro, I need to link up with you.
Oh, when was that?
Have a look.
Let's go. All right. But you know what's fucked up is on your Twitter it says that you don't even run your Twitter.
Yeah, facts. That's a lie, man.
That's a lie.
I can't be
I was thinking it was a lie,
I can't be
bro.
bothered to talk to anyone.
I figured that because that's a great way for you to sort of
just
absolve
swerve
yourself
everyone.
of responsibility. Yeah.
Bro, trust me. That's the way to just get out of everything.
Dude, while we're on the topic though, I loved your chicken shop date. That was
that's
fucking
hilarious.
That was,
That's
I
comedy,
laughed
bro.
so hard watching.
Did you go to
that.
Wireless?
I did, and I did the interview with
you
her
did-
as
you
well.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. When's it out?
I don't know, but I got Ski Mask to do it too, and she was so excited and thankful.
That's fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it wasn't that long ago. It was just like a couple months ago.
But I said it right.
You did. You hit me up. Yo,
Get
bro.
me. Manifestation. There we go.
Oh, yeah, you said I'm from London. It would be far to link up if you're local. Damn, that's fucking crazy,
There
bro.
we have it.
I'm going to be honest with you. At that time, I did not know how good your shit was.
It's all
So
love, bro. But now you know.
now we know.
Get me. Now we're friends.
When you coming to LA?
Yeah, soon actually. Soon.
Okay.
Soon. I'm always over there, man. I'll come link you.
And with knowledge of how much that DJ cosign helped your career early on, who could you say is the young people that would actually be excited for you to say their name that you're looking at like, I kind of fuck with this dude?
Let's see. There's a couple. They're not all young, but they're just people I really fuck with. Masterpiece. He's hard. Look him up. Lancey Foe, obviously that's my nigga. Like he's got his own clout anyway. Like,
Yeah, shout
but,
out
but,
Lancey, yeah.
but he's hard. You get me? I need to say he's hard. Young Fume, very hard.
Fume we had him
Fuck
yesterday.
with Fume. Fume is hard.
Good guy.
Who else, man? Who do I fuck with? Oh, Slow Tie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Slow Tie. Yeah, man. I think that's it for honorable mentions, bro.
Okay.
Sorry if I forgot anyone that I fuck with, man. But that's the ones that come straight to mind.
Hell yeah. Nah, I appreciate you coming in, man. It means
Appreciate
a
you,
lot.
my guy.
Yeah. AJ Tracey.
My guy,
Live
love
and direct.
love, fam.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Appreciate y'all.